Okay, and you are?
My name is Veronica Keelis, and I'm the Internet Director for All Star Honda, and we're located in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
All right, so how long have you been in the automotive industry?
I have been in the automotive industry for exactly 1 year.
All right, and did you start as a director?
No, I started off as a coordinator, making telephone calls.
So a BDC rep, appointment setter, an internet
Yes.
sales coordinator. Okay, so how much money do coordinators usually make, and how much did you make, and why?
Well, when I first started off, I started off on regular pay. The regular pay is what you receive before you're actually into and certified as a dealer synergy agent.
And a pro pay plan.
And then into the pro pay plan once I was dealer synergy certified.
Okay, so how much money would an appointment setter non-pro pay plan make?
Oh, for non-pro play, you're looking at about a salary of about $1,200, and then a very slight commission for $5 off of a car sale and
So a couple $1,000 a month?
Yes.
Okay, but then when you got to the pro pay plan, how much were you making a month?
On the pro pay plan,
Yeah.
not only just the pro pay plan alone, but including with the pro pay plan being on the dealer synergy training,
Yes.
I would say I more than doubled. So
you made over $4,000 a month.
Yes.
What's the most that you made in a month as an appointment setter?
45.
Well, you made $4,500 in a month setting appointments as a frontline appointment setter.
Yes, and it was just basically after I met my regular or made my regular calls and appointments. Then after 50 appointment shows, you have a bonus, and after 25 cars sold, you have a bonus. So with the pro pay plan and my bonuses, that's how much I added up to. And I think right about now, I've only been as the director for a couple of months. I've already made over 50,000.
That's crazy. Question for you though, this is important. Why were you so successful as an appointment setter?
Oh, specifically just following the dealer synergy training. There is definitely a strategy and rebuttals and objections and a script that you have to follow. It's easy not to do it. It is a lot of dedication and determination that comes from within to take time to memorize the scripts and to focus on the videos and to learn. It's almost like getting a college degree within itself, because again, I've never been in the automotive industry, so everything that I've learned, everything that I gained was directly from dealer synergy. Even my first day starting on the phone, it was after the dealer synergy training, so I never did phone sales.
But here's the thing is that I want to talk about that for a second. There's people that have clients that like they get the same training you did, but they don't use it. I mean, like, there's people in your department that are no longer here that were let go, what have you. But why do you think certain people follow not just the dealer synergy process, but any process, and some people don't? Why did you take that? Because I love that about you. That's why you're the director now. Is something was in you that you're like, I'm going to do this, and you did it, and then you were successful at it. But what's that factor? What advice do you have to coordinators and BDC reps or appointment setters out there? Why should they actually follow the process and the system?
You should definitely follow the process in the system because it works. I basically memorized the scripts, and I used index cards. I did training on my own time to memorize things. I recorded myself on the phone saying the scripts, and I would listen to them at night. Even at my desk with a cubicle, I had index cards that literally covered the whole front and sides of my cubicle, all with just dealer synergy information.
So you memorized the outbound phone call process, the inbound phone call process,
yes,
the top 7 reasons why people are going online, the objections and rebuttals, and your value package proposition. You didn't just
yes,
memorize them, you practiced, drilled them, rehearsed them, you used index cards. So you took this seriously. You didn't just take this as a job at a car dealership, but you took it seriously that you are an automotive sales professional. And so tell me, you are now the director. So let me make sure this is correct. You are the director at a beautiful, brand new Honda dealership in Milwaukee.
yes.
How does that feel that you are building a multi-million-dollar apartment from scratch? You are the head of this, and your dealer principal, Jerry Cousin, I've known him. This is the 3rd dealership he put us in. He's a very smart guy. He didn't just put you in there by accident. He put you in there for a reason. So how does it make you feel that you just got awarded this position that you earned? How does that feel?
I feel very humble and overwhelmed with excitement. I feel humble because I know that it was an opportunity and something new, and I couldn't have done it without the dealer synergy information and strategies to use. And then I feel overwhelmed with excitement because I know that after the training that I've had as the internet director training with Dealer Synergy, that this is now taking me to a whole nother level.
You like the director training?
Yes, but it's definitely a whole nother level. It's more in depth with the process and protocols. And I'm just so excited to actually be a part of this with the evolution of All-Star and growing and expanding.
My next question is, what is it like that you came to work at a car dealership, never been in the automotive industry? You first started out making like a little over or under $2,000 a month, and then you went to $4,500 a month, and now you have the opportunity within less than 2 years to crack over $100,000. Did you really think that was going to happen when you first took the job at a car dealership, that you'd make that much money?
No.
No.
No, not until the training and you sat down with us and kind of like with your strategies with the money mind map and everything, and you literally told us how we can have the end in mind rather than thinking with how to start. Because when you start with the finish or the end in mind, it lets you know how to start to get to the end that you want, not just any end that comes. So I'm really excited to be a part of it, and I definitely, as an internet director, am going to use the Dealer Synergy strategy. I have my workbooks and information and notes from the workshop and everything, and I'm going to stick to that just like I did as a BD agent was starting with this position.
Okay. What advice do you have to other professionals in the automotive industry, like whether they're females or males, other people that get into the automotive industry like yourself that never really knew anything about the car industry? They never aspired, I'm going to grow up and be a car guy or car girl. They find themselves in there, and what advice do you have for them? Because some people don't realize how powerful this industry is. You can make as much money as you can earn. You could be all you can be. What advice do you tell them from your example for them that's watching this video?
Just like Sean told me, it's all up to you. It's up to you whether you want to memorize the script. It's up to you whether you want to make 120 calls. It's up to you whether you want to be the first one to grab that lead right away. It's up to you to do everything in your workbook and in the Dealer Synergy strategy. It's all up to you. He's made it so that it's easy for you to open up and read the words. You just have to open up and read the words. I mean, it can't get any easier than that. And a paid-for job that's by performance. It doesn't matter if the person next to you is not doing the same thing that you're doing. It's just you. You're responsible for you. So it's definitely an industry where if you're good in sales and you're confident, you're good on the phone, and you can follow a script and everything is given to you, this is simple. This is very simple. It just takes dedication and determination just from within. I came from a totally different background in manufacturing to sales, and I know I wouldn't be where I'm at without the Dealer Synergy process.
Well, question for you is this then, is that how has this impacted your life and your family's life, this change, this increase in income, in your perception of yourself, and like, has this changed you at all?
Oh yeah, definitely.
How so?
Now, along with the Dealer Synergy strategy and the phone calls, you also have your 3-minute book. You start your 3-minute book with your vision board, with what you're trying to accomplish, not at job, not with the phone calls, not with setting appointments or selling cars, but what you want out of life. What are you trying to get out of life? What do you need in life? That's where it all begins. That's where the drive comes from. So I, really believe that starting with a vision of where you see yourself, what you want to have in life, is going to be what pushes you to even pick up that phone and make one call. But it definitely begins with starting with your motivation, starting with...
But has it changed? What has it changed your life, your kids, your situation, your opportunities? What's changed?
Well, with the vision board, it made me realize what I wanted was not just money. I wanted the house for my children. I wanted the car for my children, to be able to drive them safely to school, to get to work. These things that I wanted for me were for my family. So it's really odd, because even though I know that I was the one here making the money, I see my kids smiling more now.
That's amazing. So
they weren't smiling before.
but you know that you did this, girl. You know what I mean? Like, again, I appreciate all the kindness that you say, but at the end of the day, you're the one that made the calls. You're the one that made the appointments. You're the ones that got them in here. It was your hard work. It was you, the one with the index cards. It was you. And all seven, you have 7 kids, right?
7.
They all should be proud of mom, because mom did an amazing thing. And I want to let you know that I'm personally proud of you. And I'm
Thank
looking
you.
forward to sharing in your continued success. You are absolutely a rising star, and the industry needs to be on notice to look out for you.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, thank you so much.